Hi, in this tutorial I will address question number 1 from chapter 3. So on the screen you see the question. So I have 3 fiat coins which I'm tossing independent from each other, and I'm forming 3 different events. Event A is the event of getting at most 1 tail, B is the event of getting at least 1 tail, and C is the event of getting all tails. And I would like to know what are the probabilities of event A, event B, and event C. So in order to answer this question, first step we need is to form the sample space, which is basically the all possible outcomes you can get from this experiment. So if you are tossing 3 fiat coins, then the outcome can be head, 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 tail, head, tail, head, head, tail, 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 head, head, tail, head, tail, 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 head, and tail, tail, tail. So those are all possible outcomes. Now let's see what are the event A, what is the subspace from of the sample space event A is. So event A is getting at most 1 tail. So among all possible outcomes, ones in which we are getting at most 1 tail are head, 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 so that we get 0 tail, head, head, tail, so we get 1 tail, head, tail, head, 1 tail, and tail, head, head is again 1 tail. So in order event A to occur, we should not get more than 1 tail. So we can get either 0 tail and or 1 tail, okay? And so those 4 possible outcomes from the sample space supports occurrence of event A. Now, every outcome in the sample space is equally likely. So there are 8 possible outcomes, among which 4 supports occurrence of event A. So that's why probability of A would be 4 out of 8, which is 0.50 or 50%. So now let's see what is the event B. So event B occurs if you get at least 1 tail. So amount of tails in the occurrence must be at least 1. And on the second line from the bottom, you see all possible outcomes from the sample space which supports the occurrence of event B. So those outcomes are HHT, HTH, HTT, THH, THT, TTH, and TTT. So we are getting either 1 tail, exactly 1 tail, or 2 tails, or 3 tails. So, and we see that there are 7 possible outcomes out of 8, where 8 stands for 8 outcomes in the sample space. So probability of occurrence for event B would be 7 out of 8, which is 88%. Now, when the event C occurs, so event C occurs when we are getting all tails. So only 1 possible outcome from the sample space supports occurrence of event C, which is TTT, so tail on the first throw, tail on the second throw, and tail on the third throw. So that is 1 out of 8. So this happens, so probability of C is 1 out of 8, which is 13%. I think this was helpful. I hope this was helpful. And that concludes answer on question number 1. Thank you for your attention.